right? The north, the back, the south, the deep, deep south, far west. Shout out to the Inglewood families. Shout out to the down moves that support the movement. Shout out to Big Payback from Wisset, the beast. Shout out to my cat, uh, Spider Load. Can't forget the grassroots, them cats. I'm telling you, they gonna support the revolution.
That personal. Big shout out to SPI, Spider Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow a succession. We got a lot of new equipment in the black box. We're going to be capable of here soon. Right now, we're capable of, let me show y'all something. Is that the wrong? See them other two mics over there? I could just see one. We'll be able to interview up to 3 people at a time with one more mic, but now we can interview 2. Shout out to the Viral Way and back on Fig for the inspiration, for getting the equipment together. We got 4 cameras. Well, we got a camera and 3 phones. I wanted to go off the camera. That's why I'm kind of off angle right now, because I had to set up to go off my new camera. But for some reason, it keeps going black on me. I'm going to have another technical session here soon with my technical advisor, and we're going to figure that out. So we back on one of the iPhones for the time being. Let me turn this mic off. However, man, I see everybody is up in array, got something to say about what I said on Camp Capone the other day. And, you know, hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But it seems to me like to a lot of these gang bangers, gang affiliated, gang members, ex-gangsters, OGs, they kind of seem to forget how we got here, or they're ignoring how we got here. And they seem to also simultaneously seem to forget how gangbanging goes. Like, you know, I don't know. One of the biggest shocks to me is Cartoon53. I would have called him Brother Tony. I don't believe anyone in this sector has covered his transition to Christianity more favorably or more extensively than myself. He and I have spoken so many times since he made his transition. I think the most recent communication was him either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day sending me a video where he was extremely proud of himself at an old age for wearing a red shirt. Cartoon has actually shed tears on the telephone, explaining some very, in my opinion, immature feelings. So to look up online and see that he had a title that indicated that I may have told a lie was despairing to me, to say the least. However, I also, you know, I extend grace toward him because, you know, he's trying to do this Christian thing, but I want to remind him in his ripe elder age, there was a term that, you know, can refer to Christians. And lukewarm is the term, Brother Tony. A lukewarm Christian is someone with a half-hearted, indifferent faith, neither passionately devoted, hot, nor fully rejecting cold Christ, often characterized by spiritual apathy, compromise, and a lack of zealous engagement in their faith. A concept drawn from Jesus' critique of the church in Laodicea in Revelation 3:15-16, where he states he would spit them out. Now, Brother Tony, I know you are not looking to get spat out. I think the King James Version states spew you out of his mouth for their tepid spiritual state. They might go to church out of habit, but lack genuine spiritual fervor, relying on themselves rather than God, and their faith doesn't significantly impact their daily life or others. Now, here we are. Here I am thinking Brother Tony's running off, having this spiritual epiphany, and he's running off with the Lord, and he doubles back to not only violate something he told me he committed to when he came online, to not even speak on anybody local, but to also violate a relationship, a friendship whatever you would like to say that we developed by calling me a liar online in the title and not calling me. Then he's going on this campaign, this crusade to support Monster KODY's legacy when I've yet to see him go this hard for Jesus Christ. There are tons of people online anti-Jesus Christ. I have not seen a campaign on his behalf. There are people that actually claim he never existed. And they even claimed that when he was here, he wasn't who he claimed to be. As a matter of fact, Monster KODY himself subscribed to a religion that claims the God you just gave your life to, that you worship, that you said you under, Monster KODY doesn't believe he was God. And here you are jumping out here with your old ass, new Christian, baby in the face, supposed to be so on fire, turned your back on all that, but I've seen your content hasn't changed. But it's quite hypocritical for you to be here having a campaign on behalf of a man when you know above all we are not to worship man, but it seems like your worship is being placed outside of where it should. Now, the content we about to react to is Cartoon, I believe. I don't know if he interviewed Baby Gangster, shout out Baby Gangster, or if he just going through some Baby Gangster content, but I guess Baby Gangster is speaking on this subject. And shout out to Baby Gangster because I just had a meeting with him recently in his hood. And y'all can see on the live, he was like, hey, I want to holler at you about something. And I ended the live quite quick, so I was kind of eager, anxious to see what he wanted to holler at me about. And lo and behold, he wanted to ask me and talk to me about the back and forth or whatever you want to describe it as that I was experiencing with Auntie Jefe. And he wanted to admonish me to let it be over with. Now, I'm not sure what all of his motivations was at that time, but now I see there may have been more motivations behind that request than I understand, because he seems to be very fond of Monster KODY. But just for the sake of us reminding ourselves how we got here and how just gang banging goes, I don't care who it is, Auntie Jefe has come on this internet and promoted a lie that he saw that one man went 50-0 against the East Coasters. I didn't see Gangster. I didn't see Cartoon, who have been familiar with the East Coasters for years. Maybe Gangster. Don't make me lie on Gangster. I can't recall Cartoon. He may have said something about it. However, I'm sure they're aware of the time when the whole thing online was 50-0 with the East Coasters. So Aunt Jefe, when it was none of his business at all, he's from A-Trade Gangster. This was allegedly taking place with Stevenson Village and the East Coasters. And me understanding the yards and all that, no disrespect to anyone, but however, it was also understood that J Hood was speaking from a bunk yard, or he was classified as bad at the time. It started off on some Red Rags channel, and then Aunt Jefe thought it was, you know, wise for him to bring the Stevenson Village little homie on and try to prove that somebody went 50-0 against the East Coasters, no matter how ridiculous and disrespectful that concept is toward the notorious East Side E-Double Almighty gang that's been around for ages. You know, he went on and tried to push that campaign. They tried to come up with a list. It was nowhere near 50. I eventually got J Hood himself on the BLACBOX declaring that 50-0 was an exaggeration. Then we move on down the line. People say, oh, you're speaking on the dead. No shit. Young Auntie Jefe also thought it would be kosher for him to come on this internet and tell this story about him beating up, according to him, somebody named Loft, East Coast Crip from my hood, my dead homie. And he told this long, elaborate story that basically ended up to Loft calling him out foolishly, according to Auntie, and he whooped on him, got the better of him. But this is a dead guy who could not defend himself or tell his version of the story. Then he was goofy enough when I talked to him about it off camera to try to question me if I knew the dude. I'm not going to go into the dude's history and his status and none of that, but that was like the goofiest question to ask me, to try to quiz me, to ask me if I know anybody from East Coast is goofy as when humbly I am the or amongst the guys to know from East Coast. You just a slow tart. But he came on here and he talked about beating up my homie Love from the E Double. He's one of my dead homies, ECIP. Then there was a situation where 4Extras was in jail. He came home and was a story about somebody getting violated, similar to how Crunch and Munch Truffle Butter Butt B did by the neighborhood Crips. G-Spot violated, condiments placed between the buns. And then Auntie Jefe came with this elaborate, exaggerated, made up, fabricated story about somebody from East Coast again getting a pickle inserted into their rectal area. Once again, he's in these YouTube streets loosely speaking on my homies. Mind you, way before this, and the content is right here on the Black Box. You can go look it up. I had Auntie Jefe on the Black Box. And when we're on the Black Box, we discuss Monster KODY at length for quite some time. We talked about everything positive there is to talk about Monster KODY. Absolutely nothing negative. And Monster KODY is someone I've been aware of, I've been familiar with, and been even comrades with for years. And the negative things that I just repeated recently are things that I've heard for years, just like everybody else in LA. However, I have never, ever, ever chosen to utter those words out of my mouth on any public platform based on the respect that everyone else is assuming was just thrown out the window. But they want to start at that instead of realizing how we got here. So Auntie Jefe came on and told this lie about somebody from East Coast getting something shoved up their rectum. It was absolutely untrue. Anybody out here from LA, Compton, and surrounding areas who, no matter how old you are, you know anybody from East Coast, don't have to be me, tap in and see how much e-search was done to try to locate this victim and how unsuccessful the entire section was in locating whoever this was who got these items shoved up their rectum. Auntie Jefe has never took the opportunity to come back on this platform and clarify, clear it up, correct himself, or anything. Now people are saying, oh, you got something going on with Ant. Why are you mentioning Monster? I don't have nothing going on with Ant other than I don't appreciate how he's been speaking on my homeboys. Monster KODY is his homeboy. Simple math. If you think I respect, love, give a fuck about Monster KODY more than I respect, love, or give a fuck about anybody that ever banged the E Double, you slow tarded. When it comes to this Keyway Nation, E Double above all with me, if you didn't know that. So if you're not going to respect mine, you think you come through my set, pop, you can hit a, what Mozzie say, when a crash test dummy get hit, we take it personally. You think you can come through and pop a boo-boo nigga over here and we gonna give a fuck, we come back and go over there and get the top dog? You think we gonna hear somebody crying like, oh, we just shot a little Rudy Poot over there, you came and knocked down the top dog? No, keep the E Double out your mouth with the slander, the lies, and the bullshit. Not only me, but other E Double homies done warranty. Respectfully, and before we got to this, go look on my community tab. I tried to squash this. There's a text thread between Auntie Jefe and myself where I told him a few weeks ago, we doing too much. He wanted to be, you doing too much and all that old bullshit. I told him, I said, look, homie, this is me extending an olive branch. We could dead this. He wanted it to keep going. And if you think, for whatever reason, the world overreacting or whatever, y'all love Monster KODY, the dude who done said all type of smut, slander about 1 million gang members in his book. If you think his name is so sacred to where, if you think I made up that rumor, you really a slow tart. If you think somehow I'm going to defend his honor over the honor of my homies, you crazy as I don't know where y'all understanding of how gang relations go. Like, with all due respect, Monster KODY was cool. You know, everybody know how drugs hit our community and how certain people went out. I got G homies that went out bad. I know younger homies that went out bad in almost every area that Monster KODY did, other than the actual putting on a dress, but the activities, sick, ducking sick and smoking dope. I got a young homie who don't bang no more, but he got one of them black houses. You know how we ain't got many black houses in the section no more. He got one of the houses still in the section where people could actually gather and hang. Name you, yeah. So it happens, but it's not something I was rushing to announce. Y'all acting like y'all want to deny it and skip how we got here instead of getting at the fat auntie who kept running his mouth about the E double. But anyway, let's get into this reaction of lukewarm cartoon brother Tony and OG baby gangster, who I have tons of respect for. I'm not sure if he mentioned me at all, if he just spoke about Monster KODY, but we finna check it out.
What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Tony. I'm back again, back again. Man, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that comment button for me, man.
Just remember, Monster KODY said the God that you willing to die for didn't even exist. He was just a good prophet. He shitted on the whole legacy of the Christianity you push. And you jumping out here. Oh, y'all got some new keypads. Which one is the, y'all learn them? Oh, wait, which one? I don't even know. Which one? Yeah, my sound effects is up again. I'm gonna figure them out. But yeah, this boo-boo for you, brother Tony Cartoon. Yeah, I can't call you brother Tony no more. You OG Cartoon. You too gangster for God.
I got stuff coming in from everywhere, man, on this subject, man, about the homie Big Monster. Listen, I want you to hear it from somebody else's mouth, how we felt about Monster. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, too. In the black box, it's facts over feelings. We don't give a fuck about how I feel, you feel, he feels, she feel. We keep it real. Facts over feelings. You start inserting your feelings into this process, and confusion and chaos is inevitable, man. Don't nobody give a fuck about how you feel. Your feelings is going to cause you to alter the way you look at reality, man. You got to get your feelings out of the process, because I don't know what it is. I ain't never said Monster KODY ain't none of the old that y'all said he was, all the things we heard about. I respected him as such. I was one that was silent about these rumors all these years based on the respect that everybody is trying to hold on to and forge. However, when this little homie get on these public spaces and down talk my homies repeatedly, I give less and less about anybody affiliated with him. And the only thing I know to talk about is his homies. He talked about my dead homie, Loft. His name ain't Tiny Loft. He was Young Loft. He wasn't really of the Loft brands. And when you throw it out there like you did something to a Loft from Left Mate, you steal stripes you don't deserve. Nigga, the loss is Lokes. And Cuz didn't even fit in to that. But he represented the E double. You kept trying to say Tiny Law. Nah, that wasn't Tiny Law, cuz. You started a whole lot of confusion around the set with this shit about a pickle going up somebody's ass and you talking about Tiny Law. You know how many texts I got about trying to, man, let's go.
Saying how the ones that was around back in the day when it was showing up, when it, you know what I'm saying, when it was showing up cripping, even though I don't got nothing to do with it.
We ain't even talking about back in the day. We talking about the most recent days of his life. Y'all talking about, oh, he died in Oceanside. I wasn't saying he died in downtown LA, but shortly before he died in downtown LA, whether he died in Oceanside, Seaside, or Wayside, shortly before he died, he was downtown LA conducting himself within these activities. Oh, my mama. This is the well understood facts, truth story through these LA streets.
Put that no more. That's not my lifestyle. But back in the days when cripping was cripping and not this stuff they got in these way later on generations, I want you.
While they doing all this talking, the man they defending respected my cripping. We see it right here in the intro. This what you can't do. Y'all can't speak for the dead. Y'all can't switch it up and take back what he said. Let me remind y'all.
Right, the north, the back, the south, the deep south, far west. Shout out to the Inglewood families. Shout out to the down moves that support the movement. Shout out to Big Payback from Wisset, the beast. Shout out to my cat, Spider Load. Can't forget the grassroots, them cats. I'm telling you, they gonna support the revolution.
Wasn't that personal? Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
I didn't mean to play the whole intro, but yeah, I had another thought. That intro threw me off, but let me keep going.
To hear another voice from one of the homies from back in the day, man. This is the homie Baby Gangster from Santana Block. Know him, was in the Crip module with him in 4800. Listen to what he has to say about Big MONSTA.
4800 was the 80s, y'all. We talking about in the late to mid 2000s, like, and after 20. This is crazy.
See, this is the type of sentimentality you get about a person that was real, a person.
I ain't heard you do no talking like this about Jesus Christ, bro. Come on, Cartoon. This is not Brother Tony. You backsliding, lukewarm, hypocritical. You just gave your life to the Lord. All you talk about is gang banging. Now you on here worshiping somebody's past. When you know even the book, the King James Version, you know what the shit they say King James was up to? Freakier than Monster KODY. Y'all think like, nigga, I got bars from back in the day. Say, yeah, I got love for all the homies. This EC, but I read what Monster KODY wrote about Big, my own G homie. So what Monster KODY said about others has caused me to speak and say I'm aware of what he said. Y'all think I'm not gonna speak of what I was aware of, what I heard about him when his little homie is out here doing thousands and thousands of views about putting out bullshit against my homies. Y'all crazy as
and that was genuine, you know? Yeah. With no further ado, man, y'all listen to this, man. Y'all listen to Baby Gangster and go over there and check his channel out, man. OGN TV. Let me see, yes, OGENT TV. Yeah, OGENT TV. Y'all go over there and check him out. Baby Gangster, man, right here from Santana Block. Check him out, y'all.
This video, man, and talk about another brother that I love, man. Another brother I love, man, Monster KODY, man. There's one thing about me, man.
crying. Damn. But that's how gangbanging go. If Auntie Jefe jump out and beat up a little boy from 97th Street and bang 8-tray gangsters on him, and the 9-7s come back and spray up the 8-trays and hit a Nia that OG baby gangster love, I mean, he gonna go through this type of reaction because that's his partner. But let's see if OG baby gangster, with all his knowledge of LA, even more vast than mine, he know better than me. Let's see if he denies the statements.
I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying, who tried to entice me, who tried to make me bite, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, homie. For me, the dead is off limits, man.
So you telling me somebody speak foully, talking about beating up your dead homies, you still say the dead is off limits? You could never be OG baby gangster talking about you ain't gonna go to the level the next man went to or harder. That's the Tanner's way, nigga. Don't nobody say, oh, they did start dead, but we don't do that. That's bump. Fuck out of here with that one, bro. I can't buy that one, G homie. I respect your tears. I see that's your friend, but this is how she go. He should have never been speaking on the set.
I ain't gonna never speak ill of nobody dead, whether they supposed to be the enemy.
How is it ill to tell the world, look, this dude been speaking ill on my homies. He said he beat up my dead homie. Then he talking about my other homies that's still alive in jail, got fruit shoved up their ass. And I'm telling the world, guess what? I never told y'all about Monster KODY sucking dick, smoking dope, wearing dresses. I refuse to speak ill. But y'all know how we got here and that this is a fact that we all are aware of as Los Angeles natives. Cut it out. Facts over feelings.
I'm going at it with some nigga and he say something about, you know what I'm saying, somebody I love or something. I'm not going to convert to talking about the dead, man.
Oh, you out of gas. You out of gas. Eye for an eye. 2 eyes for 1 eye. You speak on my dead homies, man, I'm not finna go pick out no dead homie just as equal as the one you spoke on and try to say exactly what you said. Nigga, y'all know what it is. If it's up, it's up. Let's not get off track. I didn't come out of nowhere and say nothing about his homies, nigga. He spoke on my homies first, a multitude of them. Started off speaking on 50 of them. He lied on 50 of my homies and pushed the lie of 50 and 0. Then he went and spoke on my dead homie, Loft, Young Loft, for left mate, and said he did him bad. Then he said he pushed a story about another one of my homies, a phantom homie, getting violated. Y'all all think that was cute, huh? Nah, that ain't how the East Side ride, homie. We don't get around like we don't get down like that. Oh my mama.
The dead is dead. No matter what you say, you can't say nothing to hurt them. They dead already. You know? I met Monster KODY at Juvenile Hall, Central Juvenile Hall, man, back in the 70s, man. From the day I met Monster, man, we've been cool. We was cool and tight ever since, man. I did time with Monster and YTS, Youth Authority. I did time when I was a kid with Monster in the county jail. And I fucked with Monster on the streets, man. The night he caught that case when he had blast on some 60s and shot little Eddie boy in the ass. I was there that night, man. It's in his book. He got me in his book.
See, it's in his book, the book where he talked about a gang of my homies getting f***ed over. It's been legendarily said by my G homies for years. Monster KODY ain't had nothing good to say about no homies in that book, and whoever write the story won the war. I've been teasing Auntie Jefe while we've been cool and just having friendly disagreement, dialogue, and debate on YouTube. Go check it out. I've been telling them, like, yeah, you the new generation of Monster KODY because all you do is report bad on the homies. That's what my G homies been saying about Monster KODY for years. Like I said, he had me rapping songs back in the day, supporting what he wrote in that book about my G homie. Speaking down on an incident. I didn't say I believed it, just being an artist. You know what Monster KODY told young KODY about me being his favorite rapper of the generation? He loves the way I articulate our experience. And one of the things I said, without saying I believe it or not, I had a nigga from Grape Street tell me I wrote the East Side Bible. But I will remind you, I said, I got love for the homies. This EC, but I read what Monster KODY wrote about, and those that know. So I'm supposed to acknowledge I heard what he said about my G homie. Auntie Jefe, when I went to the set the other day, said I was out there with smokers, called my G homie smokers, baseless. He has no way to confirm, know that he just talking out his ass. Yeah, y'all too sensitive soft. Y'all can't bang like the coasters.
He had pulled up on me and Mondo and Twin. Mondo and Twin, man, and he had told us, cuz I'm gonna go blast on these fools, and you know, y'all leave, but y'all want to get up out of here, y'all. He had that much respect to come to me and tell me. And you know what I'm saying? And I was like stuck in between a rock.
Man, my daddy, 6'5", big old man. Owned his own property early 70s, owned a business in the hood. And he got a pension now. He worked 30 years for the phone company, balling, welding on the side. Went through an era where he was smoked out. I love him to death. Just left him in Arizona for Thanksgiving. Everybody from the 9-7 know my daddy went through being smoked out. I just went on Hidden Color 6 with Tyreek Nasheed and did an interview that has nothing to do with my daddy smoking dope. And a part of the story is, yeah, at one time, cocaine even knocked down my favorite hero. Don't deny his past. All this that he's saying about Monster KODY, I'm not taking none of that from him. But if you really go read the book, Monster KODY talked about some kinky activities even in that book. Niggas G-knacking off in a... Man, come on, bro.
A rock in the hard place because I fuck with A-Tray gang. I got love for A-Tray gangsters, and I also fuck with 60s. Man, the 60s, I fuck with them, man. Key to Rock, my boy.
Key to Rock, my boy. Neighborhood, free to low. East side.
Petey Wack, my boy. A whole lot of 60s, Mad Dog. Whole lot of 60s that I fuck with, man. Banger T, man, he rests in peace. You know? I couldn't do nothing but just leave, man. You know? And as we was driving off, I heard...
Oh, my mama, this is how I feel. When I hear about this phantom story of ECs getting beat up, 50-0, knock it off. I wanted to cry like this. I'm going to keep it a Google. I threw my whole life away for the E-double. Sacrificed it all. What nobody say, nigga. So when I hear about my homies getting ran through 50-0, when I hear about a nigga from EC getting vegetables shoved up his ass in the county like Crunching Munch B, it hurt my spirit. I be wanting to cry, East Side. When I hear about a nigga jump on here talking about what he did to one of my dead homies in the feds, it hurt my feelings too. I be wanting to do something to one of his homies. I'm just saying. That's why I always say certain shit. Got a gang of war stories. I'm from neighborhood block crip, East Side. We got way more W's than L's. I don't sit on here trying to tell all the time we done f***ed over the enemies. I don't know why Auntie Jefe feel like he got to constantly be on these content creating platforms, speaking on neighborhood blocks as if it's his business. He need to keep the set out his mouth. And had he done so, we would have never gotten here. And it's crazy how he can constantly, continuously speak on the E-double and ain't nobody hold him accountable. When Hold No 100 said Monster KODY was a smoker, Auntie went and sucked up under him, been kissing his ass ever since. And we finna get into Hold No 100 bleeding him next.
Gunshots. I just prayed that didn't nobody get killed, man. You know, but I'm gonna tell y'all something about Monster, man. Monster was...
I respect Gangster for paying tribute to his homie and not trying to deny it or come for my character. He tried to stop me from even having this engagement with Auntie Jefe. But what he don't understand is I got homies from the East Side, neighborhood block crip, his age that I respect for the age and experience. But these is my G homies. They approve of everything I'm saying. They don't like how Auntie Jefe been talking about the homies, just like I don't. And just to give you a little pointer, you remember little football name came up recently, and I had content up that was doing quite well. G homies, A-Tray, tap one of my G homies on the shoulder from the E-double, and when the G homie tapped me on the shoulder, I immediately complied, and the content is no longer up. You could go on my community tab once again and seeing football thanking me and showing appreciation for it to be down. So to come out here and think I'm just going rogue and just shooting at A-Trays left and right, that'll be a slow-tarded perspective to take. I am very calculated, intelligent, and articulate. And I have went over and over again and beyond measures to try to mediate with Auntie Jefe and let's stop this, what is going on. Go to my community tab. I've left the evidence. Cuz refused to be a man, and let's stop this. He refused to come on here and retract the statement about my homies getting something shoved up their ass, which is false. Absolutely false. And it's only something he heard. He's out here making content every day. Allegedly heard this may have happened in the system. And he ran to the internet and spread it. Knock it off.
G, man. When it comes to talking about a nigga gangster, MONSTA was a gangster, man. I ain't never seen him fold. I ain't never seen him turn down a fade. Man. And what was so special about MONSTA, man, is he was smart as a motherfucker, man.
And let me tell y'all a story, bro. I caught a DUI a few years ago. And while I was in the class, this nigga from Harbor City, fresh out the pen, he was in the class too, Kyle. And because the way the teacher, Miss K, did the DUI class for the whole however many weeks I was in there, I was just months, had to come once a week, sometimes twice a week. It was usually a group discussion just about life, like kind of how you see them AA class, how my name is. There was just one dude from Harbor City. I just used to, he used to have a conversation on him to the point where, this was a few years ago, he got my DM a couple months ago talking about podcasting. And I can remember, like, damn, the way he used to talk in the class, you know, he probably would be a good co-host. So I'm like, for sure, we can do it. We can look into it. So we started exchanging. I gave Cub my number out from the DM. Now we texting about his concept. He had a great concept. He was like, yeah, we need to focus on these kings killing kings or these kids killing kids. I said, oh, that's KKK. He was basically saying, as Black people, we doing the job for, you know, he didn't see the KKK in it. I said, yeah, we should name it KKK. He was just saying kings killing kings or kids killing kids. So we talking how we gonna talk about it, what. And then he was telling me like, yeah, because something I never told y'all in class. The real interesting fact about me is my daddy is Purple Passion. So I'm like, hold up. The only person I know about Purple Passion is a near that to knock people out and feed-nuck on them. He like, hey, yeah, that's my daddy. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, look, bro, if we do any kind of podcasting, that's information that it'll be up to you to release. I would never speak on that. He like, yeah, I ain't woo. So I'm like, damn, that's a cold fact. So now we continue talking. Wop. He has a very, you know, extensive vocabulary. He's intelligent. He could talk about a vast array of he has all kind of subject. He could just talk about a lot of things similar to myself, other than gangs and street. He could talk about life well. So we keep building about how it's gonna go and all this. And then I don't know how the conversation got here, but this nigga's like, yeah, because when I was in the pen, I used to tell niggas, yeah, you got a problem with me, I'll have my daddy knock you out and f you. So I'm like, hey, homie, see this shit like that right there. I said, hey, I'm gonna holler at you later. Hung up on Cuz. Before we had got to that point, we had decided to do a test run, the up and coming Wednesday. So we had this conversation maybe on Saturday or Friday. He texted me Tuesday, like checking on if Wednesday is still good. He has never heard from me. However, he know what his daddy was known for, Purple Passion. He knocked niggas out, then he do stuff to him. That don't mean he wasn't no gangster. I mean, I've been on the yard with Black Dog from 111. Cuz reputation is notoriously known for being a cold gangster. But because I already also know Black Dog had no shame and let you know how he's willing to dominate a man. Oh, my mama. I was on the yard with Cuz, and he'll sit in a crowd circle of homies and describe it and speak on it with no shame, and a nan nigga laugh, snicker, giggle, or clown him until he walked away. And then they still was careful of what they said because they didn't want it to get back to him. E-double. Rest in peace, Black Dog, the low, when he left.
The man was smart, huh? You know, without everybody, you know, listen, man. I got a whole lot of homies that got caught up on that dope, man. That don't make you no bad person, homie.
Exactly. Me too. I mean, the dick, that's different. But the dope, like I say, my daddy, plenty of my G homies, the near that was in the park, Big Bumpy, trying to speak down on me, smoked dope for years. But hey, y'all respect what he had to say, like a muff.
My homie Killer Wayne, OG, homie that started the hood, was on that shit, man.
See, it's okay for him to speak about his G homie, rest in peace, that started the hood, used to smoke dope. It's okay for him to state that because it's a matter of fact and it's in context. So the same way I was in context, Auntie Jefe quit speaking on my homies. You got a homie that used to do this, that, and I never spoke on it. Y'all better wake up with all this, man.
And I used to just see him at random and pick him up and be like, nigga, get in the car, nigga. Get in the car, Killer. I pick Killer up, man. Go to the swap meet, buy Killer like 5 khaki suits, some drawers, some socks and t-shirts, a couple of pair of shoes. Take him to the pad, tell him, nigga, go in there and take your motherfucking shower, nigga. You rolling with me today. That's what you do, though, homie.
Yeah, and so maybe some of the A-Trays should have went down there, got Monster KODY, and cleaned him up like you did for Killer, bro. That don't mean it didn't happen. I didn't come out here to try to smut the legacy of Monster KODY, but I ain't finna sit back and watch Auntie Jefe smut the legacy of the E-double regardless of what names attached. He threw 50 names in one, 50-0. Then it's a random one that got violated with a pickle. Then he want to tell a glory story and get stripes off the E-double and off the loft name, not even realizing that loft don't even fit into the loft legacy like that. Y'all got to see it from the E perspective I'm seeing it from. Yeah.
Anybody could have got caught up on that dope, man. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, that don't make you no bad person, man.
I didn't say it made him a bad person. I said Auntie Jefe shouldn't be throwing rocks when he live in a glass house. That was my point.
That was just one of Monster's weaknesses, man. When he died out there in the San Diego area in Oceanside, man.
Yeah, I wasn't saying he died downtown LA. However, before he died in Oceanside, West Side, left side, right side, he was taking a tour downtown LA doing what he was doing.
He didn't die downtown. They ain't find Monster with no motherfucking skirt on, man.
He wasn't there when they found him. He knows the things that have been said about Monster KODY. Much respect to OG Baby Gangster. I had no idea they was this close. However, it's not my responsibility to keep Monster KODY's secrets, even though I've been keeping them for years until Auntie Jefe been trying to smut my homies online. I respect your tears, G homie. On my mama. Salute to your crippin' east side. Cuz just gave me blue carpet. I'm gonna say black carpet treatment to his section, which he has always done. And it's crazy because he asked me to leave Auntie alone. On my mama, he did.
Man, hey, man. Shit crazy, homie. Tell you, Monster was one of the realest.
Imagine me being a young nigga in jail. Only got interest in only read one portion of Monster KODY's book. The one where he wrote about one of my G homies, who was on my camera the other day when I went to the set. And how he is emotionally crushed and feeling all fucked up. Mind you, I came home and made a song. I got love for all the homies, this EC, but I read what Monster KODY wrote about. Imagine how crushed I felt reading with Monster KODY. You got to know what he said about my G homie. And even the way he described him to show you how shocked he was to say he saw what he saw. Yeah, that's how we saw him. Like a big old Amazon Luferino, demonic, evil, monstrous type personality. And then Monster KODY describes seeing the whole opposite. But the ECs had to listen to all that, let the world know that. But here he is acting as if we supposed to be keeping Monster KODY secrets. I ain't making nothing up on Monster KODY. I didn't rush to share this information. Let's not forget. I'm not going to allow y'all to forget how we got here. And if you ever think any of your cuz homies is more sacred to me than all of mine, you crazy as f.
I'm one of the downest brothers that you will ever run into, man. See, when people get on dope, homie, you got a lot of sucker ass motherfuckers that are down them because they not them, because they can't be them, because they ain't got the heart that they got. So this be their chance to downrate motherfucker, man.
I hope he's not directing that to me. I believe he's speaking in general. Oh, my mama.
But everybody I know that's on dope, I don't give a fuck what neighborhood they from, homie. If I know them, I look at them from what they was before they started using dope, homie.
That's how I treated Monster KODY. Oh, my mama. I got the footage to prove it. Had Auntie Jefe on my platform speaking to Monster KODY, who he was before the bullshit. Because to be honest, the Monster KODY we respected died before he actually stopped breathing. So we allowed that to be the case. Go look at the content. We talked about the books he wrote. We talked about the G shit he did. We didn't speak about none of the bullshit. However, Auntie Jefe still felt it was comfortable. It was cool to come on here and keep slandering my homies. And any nigga, especially Cartoon53 age, OG baby gangster age, no matter how much sentiments they got for Monster KODY, they know how this shit go. Get back is a must. Retaliation. Now, if you want to take it elsewhere, we just talking about words. If they came and did some violence, get back is a must. You touch somebody, the bigger the better. That's what trophies are. I shot a video right in Cuz Park called Trophies. So we not talking about actual violence. And that's when you queerdos want to come out your body and take it there. We talking about Auntie Jefe using his mouth to downgrade, speak down, and even lie upon my homeboys. Get back in retaliation is a must. We gonna outdo every time. We from the E double.
Because I know my boy Monster was a beast, man. I know my big homie OG Killer Wayne, rest in peace, was a motherfucking beast. And I would never disrespect him just because he owned dope, man. When I know who he is.
You see, once again, I didn't disrespect Monster KODY. I did exactly what he just did about his homies. Spoke about their experience. And I only stated it to make a point to Auntie Jefe. Stop throwing rocks when you live in a glass house. It's not even a secret. OG Gangsters heard about it. For Cartoon to lie and say he's never heard of it, maybe he's not lying. I won't call him a lie like he called me in his title. I'll just say maybe that's evidence he's been extremely out of touch doing all that time in Alabama. He's just lost because everyone my age and up that call themselves knowing anything about gangs in Los Angeles has heard this before. It's not news.
When I know the work that he put in, then when I know that it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no gangster. It wouldn't be me if it wasn't for him, man. The dad is off limits, homie.
I agree. But if you go kick my mama grave, nigga, you best believe your mama grave gonna get kicked, nigga. If you go kick my little cousin grave, I'm gonna try to find your mama grave, nigga. So he shouldn't have spoke on loft. Me left mate and beating him up, nigga. The dead is off limits, nigga. E double. I agree with you, OG baby gangster.
Now y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. See,
in the same way he told me, y'all heard him. In the same way OG baby gangster feel about Monster KODY, I feel about East Coasters.
That's the type of stuff that the real gangsters from back in the day, that's how we feel about Monster, man. And for
how you feel about Jesus? Jesus is not a proud of you doing this because Monster KODY didn't respect Jesus's divinity, bro. You jumping out here jollying and jocking for a nigga who denied your Christ. You are so backwards and out of bounds and out of pocket. This dude denied the Christ that you claim to represent, and here you is laying yourself on the altar for him. Let me remind you of what you are being here, sir, because the Christ you claim to serve feels this way about you, brother Cartoon Tony. A lukewarm Christian is someone with a half-hearted, indifferent faith, neither passionately devoted, hot, nor fully rejecting cold Christ. The coldest part, God says, he will spit them out. You are disgusting to him. You are making God's stomach sick by being out here defending Monster KODY, someone who didn't even profess to believe in Christ. You are extremely backwards, old man. I am extremely disappointed in you. Thought you had grown so much, but I should have known the maturity level was extremely low when at this old age, you was proud of yourself for wearing a red garment. That should have been an indicator that you're not quite on that level. Then you call, all the times you called to me, actually cried about your lack of willingness to participate in a certain gang squashing beef. You shed real tears like a little boy. And now you on here campaigning for Monster KODY, who denied your Christ, to try to go against a statement that I made that is 100% true. And your Christ declares that the truth will set you free. You are confused, bro. You are an extreme hypocrite. Shame to you.
Somebody to come out and blast.
You're more concerned about the Crippin culture than the Christian culture. There are a million gazillion videos being made right now about Christianity, but you over here in this Crippin talking about what you never heard before. So because you never heard it, it was true? It wasn't true? The Bible is all based upon tales that were told that somebody, you believe all type of things in the Bible that you never saw. You never saw God write the 10 Commandments with his finger, but you believe it took place. You never saw a burning bush, but you believe these old motherfuckers that wrote that. But somehow your partner, Spider, you couldn't check with the LA streets. But I see none of them have denied it. I guess they just saying we're supposed to be committed to keeping a secret, even though Gangsta just told and shared about his homies that he loved and how they fell short to the dope. I don't get what the big hoopla is.
Fiend and try to drag his name down through the mud.
Didn't drag his name. I stated a fact.
Because they got some silly type beef going on with one of his homies?
Nah, ain't nothing silly about nothing I got going on. I don't have no beef. I'm here, and I have been here attempting to correct Auntie Jefe from misspeaking on my homies and speaking on my deceased homies. That's the only issue I have with Auntie Jefe. I don't have a beef. I don't know him. I don't give a fuck about him. I'm not mad at him. I don't care about Cuz. I don't think about Cuz. I, along with a large portion of the East Coast Crips, are irritated about how he continuously misrepresents and speaks on our homies. So who the fuck you think gonna say something? I don't got no beef with Cuz. I'm only addressing the fact that he keeps speaking on ECs out of pocket. And now when I finally show you how I feel, everybody get in their motherfucking feelings. Facts over feelings, eat double for Death Dough Gang. Y'all got me fucked up. I ain't got no beef. This is simple, general conversation. Remember, Cartoon, you said, you know what this is. You know what this is. That can't none of y'all fuck with. A nigga with a mouthpiece pushing facts on principles and integrity. All you can do is get in your feelings and talk about how you feel about a grown-ass man when you're supposed to be in love with your savior. And this man pledges his allegiance to a religion that says, fuck your savior. You confused. You got a man crush.
It rub us the wrong way, y'all. It rub us the wrong way, man, because Monster was a real.
Well, fuck how you rubbed about the facts. The Bible came to divide with the truth. That's the essence of the truth. You're getting your feelings behind some facts. When OG Baby Gangster just named 3 of his homies that he loved and respect and told us that they used to smoke dope, knock it off.
Monster's not even here no more, man. Monster ain't even here.
Young Law from 11 Mate not here no more. And I don't care how y'all feel about Young Loft. I love Cuz more than y'all love Monster KODY. Cuz from East Coast. You feel me? Gangbang, y'all talking all this gangbang talk. Y'all don't get that simple thing in your mind? It's that simple. E double over everything. I don't worship no man. I'm for Death Dough Gang. Everybody talk that shit. This nigga say, A gang or don't bang, A gang or nothing. He say, man, knock it off, nigga.
No more, man. The man rest in peace. So why even go at him?
I didn't go at him. I'm telling Aunt Jefe, I could have been spoke on what Monster KODY did, like you speaking on my dead homie, but I didn't. Y'all slow-tarded. Y'all need to come sign up for my class.
You know, let me tell you something. I did a whole lot of time in YA.
You need to do some time fasting and praying and do some time in AY, which was Adventist Youth when I was young. That was the evening service we used to have after church on the Sabbath. But you need to spend some time with your word, bro. We got to see you on some type of panels defending Jesus Christ with the same fervor you've come before the people. Defending Monster KODY, who says he pledged his life to a religion who claims that your Jesus Christ could not save you from anything. He was just a mere mortal man. He was just a prophet. He did not die to save you from your sins. He basically committed blasphemy against everything you believe. And here you are, sticking your neck out for him, defending him of what? Nobody has lied upon him. This is extremely ridiculous at your ripe elder age with all that white shit on your chin. You went out like this, Cartoon, and I considered us friends.
I did a whole lot of time in prison. And I ran.
You began to worship men over the maker, man over the master. That all that time you did got you caught up in your head where somehow I'm supposed to say shush about his dead homie when he going la 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 about mine. Y'all slow-tarded.
In them streets. If I want to get on here and drag dudes' names from certain places, man, come on, homie. I can go there. But why? Why? You know, especially when they RIP, man.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Loft. I could come on here and talk about a whole bunch of people I done beat up in jail. But why? Why? Especially when they RIP, man. I get it. I could talk about a lot of people that got violated in jail. Not necessarily with stuff stuck with their rectum. But why? Why, man? Dead or alive? Y'all keep trying to make it seem like, well, y'all want to mention the dead issue? Cuz spoke on the dead first. But whether it's dead or not, quit speaking on my homies.
This social media thing is off the chain. It's off the hook, man.
Only when Monster KODY get mentioned. But when East Coasters get ran through 50-0, you know you've been an East Side Crip all your life. You know that sounds stupid. When an East Coast nigga get a pickle ran up his ass in the county and can't nobody identify or locate him, social media is not crazy, huh? When Nick from A-Trade jump on here, tell a whole long 45-minute hour story about beating up a law from left mate, social media ain't no crazy place, huh? It ain't a crazy place to Monster KODY's indiscretions gets mentioned. That makes social media a crazy place. Social media is a crazy place when an old nigga fly back and forth from Alabama to Avalon to prove he's still an active Crip after doing upwards of 30 years in prison. Then he finally get mature enough to realize how goofy that shit was looking and starts pledging his life to Christ a few weeks ago. and then he comes back and can't stay away from gangbang politics. That proves that social media is a crazy place.
I don't understand it, man.
I don't understand it, man.
All this spit boxing that goes on in the social media world nowadays.
The dude who pledged from day one to not even get involved in these type of conversations, and he went so far to put my name in his title and say he don't believe what I said, instead of just talking about his partner, Monster KODY. It's not what I said. This is what I heard. This is what the streets of Los Angeles have been saying for years. Guess you used to Alabama out to be up to date. I guess you went and did your e-search, found out, okay, Spider didn't make this up. So now you talk about, let's not speak on the dead. Well, rewind this up. The same nigga you call Auntie Jefe, tell him how out of pocket he was for speaking on my dead homies and then lying on my other homies talking about they got violated and raped in the county jail with vegetables. Let's go where it started. You don't look at the result and try to correct the issue from the result. You go to the source of it. I don't give a fuck. Just get back in retaliation for a nigga being disrespectful to me and my keyways. East side, E double.
Man, when he get personal like that,
it's not personal. He spoke on my homies. I spoke on one of his homies. He spoke on 50 and O, the nigga in the county jail and loft. That's 52 of my homies he spoke on. I spoke on one.
You know, when it get that type personal, it's time to meet up. I ain't, man, you know, hey man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if we shoot it out. I don't care if we thump it out. I don't care how we gonna out it.
So Monster KODY could say, yo, Christ. Let me get this straight. You devoted to Jesus Christ at 60 years old, damn near, or a little over 60, I don't know what it is. You finally made the decision to go all the way with Christ, but you ready to fight and die over the fact another man got on dope and started doing indiscreet things. You a cold reject, bro. Man. Yeah, you did wise calling Auntie. No need to ever calling me no more. This dude is proud of himself at this age for wearing a red shirt, bro. And I would have never imagined he would go here and run his mouth saying all this, bro. This is extremely crazy. Damn.
You know, when it gets this personal, that's what it's time for with me.
The feds is watching. It came out of my mouth. So if that's personal, hey, I don't know why you let the world know it's that deep. But I stay ready for whatever. I can't believe you. Wow.
It got to be some boundaries, y'all. It got to be some boundaries.
The boundaries start with Auntie Jefe watching his motherfucking mouth, speaking on that East Side E double. Nigga, Monster KODY ain't the motherfucking boundary after he wrote a book speaking all kind of smut on all type of homies. Nigga, you crazy as fuck. Your boundaries should be within the Bible. You bump. Your Christianity bump. Man, you bump.
Boundaries. Hey, man.
You sold your soul, everything you believe in, not getting involved in the LA local shit. You supposed to be a super Christian. You out here jocking for a Muslim. You crazy as fuck.
In the meantime, between time, man, y'all tell the people that you love them.
I don't want to hear no more of that. Hey, y'all, this is Creed Nazy. Hey, man, you can't respect nothing Cartoon going through as a man, bro. This late in the game, you just pledge to the gospel and you going out backwards like that over a Muslim is the most contradictory, backwards shit you could do, bro. You might as well sell your house or buy you some on Avalon and come out here in full-fledged gangbang, bro. You are a disappointment to your faith. Absolutely. Let's see. Here we are holding no 100. They claim works out Auntie Jefe. This should be good. On hood.
Take back. Watch out.
Now you from A-Trade Gangsters. You was from A-Trade Gangsters when you was reporting what a 40 said about a 40. Look scared as a motherfucker. They say Gumby showing Jefe how not to be afraid of. Let's start it from the beginning. I didn't care. Didn't Wack on No 100 tell you to shut up and let content be content? You remember when he first got on No Jumper? He was on there live and Ho No 100 called in and told him, hey, get your phone out and read that text I sent you. What I said, he was like, oh, he tried to paraphrase Wack's message. He said, no, nigga, go on your phone and read it verbatim. This whole ass nigga went in his phone and read it verbatim. After Ho No 100 told him Monsta KODY was a smoker.
Why is this? Yo, where the Gumby at? Watch out and have that kick back. Watch out.
You look spooked.
I ain't got what I'm gonna say, nigga. I'm from A-Trade Gangsters, nigga.
If you from A-Trade Gangsters, you shouldn't have had nothing to say about a Stevenson Vitters going 50-0 against the East Coast. If you from A-Trade Gangsters, you shouldn't have nothing to say about some imaginary EC getting the pickle shut of his ass. It wasn't your business then, auntie.
The content. I'm from A-Trade, bro. Like, Hoover can speak for a Hoover. I'm from 83rd Street.
What it do, y'all? We back with another video. So let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all think Wack 100 marked out young and Jefe and told him to bag up away, this is Hoover business. I mean, and Jefe said, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with me. People is saying Wack marked out and Jefe was supposed to go off on Wack. People are saying and Jefe can't really speak on Wack, can't go off on him because they feel like Wack is going to do whatever he do content-wise or whatever the case may be. That people feel like and Jefe should respond back to Wack in some kind of way. But Wack 100, of course, he pretty much goes off on Gumby and they have a little back and forth. He was on Clubhouse earlier trying to expose Gumby for the bad things about, you know, all the activities in jail that he did that he might have heard of that might be rumors or true. But let me know what y'all think, man, because this might get real messy. Wack was on the phone with a Hoover against another Hoover, which is Gumby. I mean, that's kind of dirty politics. I think that's why and Jefe was making those facial expressions. But let me know what y'all think.
That's another embarrassing thing that these OG Hoovers allow Ho No 100 to have them in the middle of their shit, popping it on the internet. As much as the Hoovers wanted to be on the internet, establishing themselves as one of them real LA factors, like everybody know they really fit into the landscape, they come on the internet and, man, damn, Gumby, you let Ho No 100 play. God damn. Wow. It's crazy.
Man.
Know that. First of all, dude started talking to you about homosexual, right? But did he forget who in that room with you? Everybody in that room knew where I'm finna go. Nigga, you had them homies online performing fellatio acts on one another, putting on lace pantyhose and rubbing oil on their body. It's online. So how do you let a motherfucker come in your building, right, and tell you who you're not acknowledging and who you supposed to be doing business with? Hey, listen, executive call. All gang members gotta be submitted to the table, and us as a whole, we talk about it. Because it seems to me, they feel like if they press you, they can get in there. Nah, start blaming Wack. Because I'm tapping on this dude right here. Damn, it was so hard from Hoover. Oh, Paul Root just told me that Gumby was being forced to perform fellatio in one of their G homes.
Whoa, where the fuck I been? I waited for him to get on Auntie Jefe. Damn, Gumby. Wow. Man, that's crazy work to hear. I'm not saying I believe it, but that's just a crazy allegation.
In the pen. I know, he killed his up. No, Gumby killed his up. Listen. Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't. Ain't a liquor store, bro. It's the prestige over there. And the fact that dude come in there like he pressing the line about who is and who ain't gonna be in the building, that's out. Right, yo, Wack. What's happening? Tell me how he bunk. Tell him. How I'm bunk. Let him talk, bro. Hello, I'm right here, bro. Hey, what's happening? What's happening, Lou? Bro, you still trying to justify for this nigga? You should fuck with this bunk ass nigga, bro.
What bunk ass nigga? What you talking about?
Phone number will be monitored and recorded.
Oh, shit. Are you with me?
No, I'm saying, what are you even talking about? What bunk ass? I'm trying to testify for who? What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, bro. And you already know. So you know, nigga really don't want to tell all the grievances with you over this thing, fool.
Okay, then that's what it is then. I'm saying, you said I'm bunk. How am I bunk? What did I do this bunk?
Because you've been harvesting this nigga, bro. You know,
who I been harvesting?
I cannot believe this dude high pitching his voice. He seemed hot and bothered. I can't believe he entertained this conversation on the internet at the Fed quarters. What the Oh no, honey, could never get me into no trying to explain nothing. Man, with my man.
Come on, you know who you been harvesting, bro? Undercover agent. The undercover agent nigga. You know who I'm talking about?
Okay, so I'm saying, so
real shit that just dropped, bro.
What happened?
60 seconds remaining.
What little shit did just drop?
How do you allow somebody who can't get none of his reputable homies to participate in absolutely nothing he got going on? Shout out to Big Messy from Pacoima. Do you know how many niggas feel like Big Messy more from Pacoima Pyru about Wack? All the reputables. All of them feel the same way about Hold No Honey. And here, these dudes is allowing him to participate in a real groove politic. Yeah, the game is over, bro.
Bro, this is fucking with me, bro.
Who be who? What do you listen, bro? Call me on the phone, bro, and talk to me. Because you obviously don't want to know what I'm talking about, or I don't know what the you talking about. You acting like I know. If you know what I'm talking about, say it.
The dude that got on the interrogation tape that you claiming is AI, they say...
Oh, I never said nothing was AI, bro. Don't lie on me. Never once did I say anything was AI. They mad at Groove. They dropped whatever they had sitting back there. Groove came out and said whatever he said. Ain't nobody did shit to him. I'm harvesting. That nigga walk around on his own, bro. I ain't talked to that nigga in months already. All that shit. He did what?
Hey, Gumby, this been years, bro. This been years, bro. You been fucking with this nigga, bro. You been with him. You been fucking with him. You been hanging with him. You been letting him know homies allow him to come around, and you been talking allow this nigga to come around. If that would have been me, bro.
Who? Wait, no. Wait. We not gonna talk about who was what and what's what. They ain't had nothing on Groove but a tape that wasn't even clear. So what the we supposed to do? What we supposed to do? They talking about whatever they showed me, bro. I told you then that was some because this what they told us. Period. I know y'all ain't got no paperwork. This thing ain't never been on no stand or no shit like that. Y'all talking about some shit that y'all releasing in bits and pieces. Okay, then if somebody feel that they want to do,
I'm gonna tell you how gang banging go though. East side, west side, all sides. It could be paperwork in real black and white. Bumpy could have told the nigga, "Oh, you got subpoenaed. You got to go to court." The nigga could have got on the stand, testified on behalf of the prosecution. The niggas he was telling on end up in Pelican Bay. The paperwork could be posted on YouTube for everyone to see. And niggas will still celebrate that individual within gang culture, bro. It's been proven. I wish I ever would let any nigga speak up, on, dictate, suggest, manipulate, motivate any movement I ever make in regards to the street. Y'all just slow-tarded. Nigga, my status in this whole operation of getting down top tier compared to this goofiness. These is grown-ass men allowing other men to cause them to conduct themselves in a fashion that they don't even approve of, and they actually concerned with what these niggas is talking about. And these niggas is on a platform talking about who did what in real time, who harvesting what. These conversations has real implications that could boil over to real violence. Highly probable. And they allowing the hugest weenie online to participate. Wack, Hold No Honey, who we all just think, bro, this the dude they letting participate, man. Just think about this. Let this soak in.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What? That is an absolute lie. This is how corny he is. In order, I know y'all hear my stomach growling. In order for him to seem cool, he tell these kind of lies.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
And they letting this goofball have a part of this conversation. Wow. He done lied his way into the mix. And he did this. He said this lie years ago. He been trying to pull.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
He been trying to pull that off for years to get in the mix. He finally done did it. These some real Hoovers.
Something to this, y'all come do something to him. What the? Everybody talking about Gumby this, Gumby that. No, y'all do something to him. The y'all, it's all on me for. No, what you mean? That's not on me, bro. That's not on me, bro. That shit, that whole, I know what it is with you, bro. I was there that night. I was there that night, bro. So it ain't like that. I ain't on nobody's side. I told y'all that from.
I'll tell you how weak this internet shit is. Vladimir pressed Wack about that lie. When I first seen Auntie Jefe, I'm thinking, oh, I got a keyway up at No Jumper. I sent it to him. I'm like, ask Wack about this. He let Wack call Monster KODY a smoker. We finna listen to Wack mark him out, but he couldn't ask Wack why he told this lie. Like, I'm just saying, everybody is looking to see who's a weenie, who's real, who's fake. The shit between me and Wack, this should be the.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
All credibility gone right there. Y'all just want to keep this going on. Y'all want him to have a voice. Y'all just trust a nigga because he next to Vladimir 22 and academics and them. This nigga don't. Look, bro, this right here, he got niggas calling from jail to try to make a statement, to try to make a statement about Gumby. But he's the type of character individual when it comes to jail, say bullshit like this.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
I just had to make that clear.
Bro,
Check this out.
Bro,
Check this
I'm done
out,
with that,
bro.
bro. Let me see.
You already know who this is, bro.
We not doing that on this air, bro.
Well, all the different.
Hey, look. That's what got me strike, right? You was going live and you was talking to the dudes from out of town, Hoover, and all I did was make a comment like, "Hey man, Gubby might want to kind of like dub it down, you know, and indict you for some of this type of." And they said I was bullying.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm not going to know what they're like. What are they talking about? Super deeply coded.
Politics.
Here's super giggle. Oh ass.
What do I need to watch to understand?
That's why they owe you. That's why they owe you.
Back though. Hoover though. That was that whole ass nigga Wack, but now he gotta fight me though. He gotta fight me for that. Nigga told that buster to stay out the motherfucking set. Stay out of business. He wouldn't listen. You gotta fight me now, gay boy. Yeah, I did hear the zeros from Hoover. I did hear that. Wack did that. But the thing about it, he's still calling all the Justice Leagues. Hey, boy, it's good though. We're gonna deal with Wack. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna deal with you know what I'm saying? Again, I wanna apologize to my community for how that even played out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but that wasn't on me. That's these weird ass niggas playing internet games, you know? So you know, they gotta play it how they come. Yeah, I know that was a whole jail play. They just they had a nigga on the phone call from jail. Did y'all hear it in the background? Said this call will be monitored. What the fuck? Yeah,
So y'all heard Gumby say, man, he wants to fade with Wack because he feels like he was backdoored. Now, Aunt Jefe didn't really have much to say about Wack. Y'all know when Aunt Jefe said something little about Wack, Wack totally went in on Aunt Jefe and went off on him. So I don't really think Aunt Jefe wants that problem. It seems like Aunt Jefe is trying to avoid a conflict with Wack. So y'all remember the last time Aunt Jefe had spoke on Wack in regards to his wife having a divorce or whatever the case may be. Wack did not like that, amongst other things, and he pretty much went off on Aunt Jefe and responded back to him.
Every week, this dude is calling in to check this dude about his wife's honor as he should. They going back and forth. He say, hey, look, man, it's not true. Adam like, man, hey, what reason do I got to have the, you know what I'm saying, to believe that it's not true? This is what he said. They going back and forth. That's their friendship.
He like, look, I'm gonna throw my wife on the phone and let her tell you herself. When he do that, I'm like, oh man.
This nigga stay explaining some shit. How, who said what, how, why, what. Shut your ass up.
Push the mic back. Lay back on the couch. Now, I don't know if he feels some type of way because it got a hand stew up out of Tiana and my brother snickered in the background, but like, bruh, all right, look, if you just want some smoke or you just on something, bro, just say that, bro, because for you to be calling, and like me, not calling, texting my phone, bro, with a problem with me over something that Adam.
Talking about your relationships. You always talking about somebody's relationship. Well, that's your relationship with Crunchy Munch, your relationship with Ho No Honey, your relationship with me. It's like you having some relationship issues your damn self. Auntie.
Say that you called in to check him about it. Flacco dropped this, and you see me say, oh man, and you talking about, yeah, like basically I was in on what Adam had going on. Like I'm starting to see dude, like regardless, dude sit here all day and tell you what drugs they don't be on. Oh, I don't smoke, I don't drink. And I'm telling you, some of these dudes might need to have a goddamn smoke or drink.
He on every coin. Oh, Spider smoking and drinking, he fucked over. Oh, these niggas too sober. This nigga don't know what to say, bro. Your whole little presence is over. You a slow tard, bro.
What's it? And Jefe, I don't really know him. We running this content. I think he run great content. He did what he had to do to get his views. Do your thing, right? But it's like, I think y'all hate us so much that y'all brain, just when y'all hear, if it's something in favor, oh no, down it. If it's something else, oh no, it is. And Jefe, respectfully, I don't give a damn about what you or nobody say who's supposed to be conducting what. And I just watched you break down Flacco's whole thing on the JB case with him.
Hell yeah, he's scared of Ho No Honey. Just think, he's 600 partner. 600 look up to Ho No Honey. So they together look up to Ho No Honey. Oh, my mama. Just think, Auntie Jefe is the absolute only Crip outside of Eddie Boy. Shout out to Eddie Boy. That got any type of respect for 600 Crippin', bro. Auntie Jefe and Eddie Boy. Eddie Boy got a fondness for him for a whole nother reason. They from the same section. You know, Eddie Boy is just pissed off with the politics, the way they go, favoritism. And he probably just see like, well, 600 is cool as some of these niggas that's all bad they get to hang around. He don't even really vouch for 600 as far as saying he's thorough like some others. He just say he make the cut to a certain degree. However, Jefe say they go way back like Keyway cousins, kicking Caxi and Cool, Crippin'. He let him come in the park. He politic. He ain't spoke. He react to everything on the internet. He could give judgment on, but he ain't called 600 or Ho No Honey corny yet. And they do the most corny, clowered shit we've seen.
Insinuating it might be T Grizzly. People could say, hey, that ain't gangster. What you doing? They can say that. You know what I say? Shit. And then found some content. That's all I say. Found some content. He doing reaction video. Y'all weird to me though, bro. It's like y'all don't know if y'all like on the prison yard or in the hood at the park.
Look who, I know he ain't saying this. These niggas just say anything. Is he act like he on the prison yard, the hood at the park, on the block. He ain't been on the prison yard since the 90s, over 30 years. He ain't never been on the block in about 30 years. He still pretend to be on each or both at all times when he don't be nowhere but on the internet.
Or in your social media space running your content. Bro, Respectfully, I don't give a fuck what none of y'all ideology is, because I can start giving y'all ideology about being broke. I can like really start saying all kind of shit, but I sit back and let everybody run their shit. Real out of my house, bro. I don't use light bulbs. Bro, I'm gonna be real. I use LEDs, bro. I got LEDs in my house, bro. I don't use light bulbs on me.
He's so slow. He don't understand there are LED light bulbs. He's just trying to be cool, trying to be smart, act like he's saying something and talking out his ass. Go look it up. There are LED light bulbs.
So maybe that's because I don't know what you're talking about. But respectfully, bro, I've never had your name in my mouth. I respectfully ask you to keep my name out of your mouth.
Just like I respectfully ask you to keep the set and my homie's name out your mouth and you refuse.
All this gonna lead to is some disrespect because I'm gonna get disrespectful, bro.
He say he gonna get disrespectful, but this is the same motherfucker that say anything true cannot be considered as disrespect. So I guess he's starting to say he's going to start lying. Otherwise, his whole philosophy is thrown off. I don't agree with that. You could be disrespectful with the truth. You see, the whole community seems disrespected me speaking truth about Monster KODY. Imagine how me and my homies may have felt disrespected when Monster KODY claimed to be speaking truth about some of what my homies went through in jail and prison. I mean, just a never-ending circle. But yeah, according to Hold On 100, if it's true, it can't be considered disrespect. So if he claims that he's about to get disrespectful, he's letting you know he's about to get dishonest.
I don't bother nobody until you come bothering me. I don't know you. I don't know nothing about you. You want to scream no jumper? Cool. I'm pretty sure he don't care. But what the hell? I don't even know the other dude. No, I don't know him. But why is you screaming my name sitting up there? You got a whole thing. I guess your thing is whatever it's called. But your whole podcast is built around gangbanging, bro. You a hypocrite.
Mr. Push Peace. Remember this queerdo hit the line talking about he came to push peace. Until his homie Timmy Tuck said he can't participate in pushing peace because he never participated in pushing pain. He was never a warrior within the war. This is what his homie Timmy Tuck said from the yard up on Lancaster. Same yard Tiny Munchie on and Lil Flux from 6 Deuce. E-double.
Your whole podcast is built around gangbanging. So I don't want to hear nothing about no kids and advocating. You got the gang signs. You got all that. That's your thing. I see it. I say, oh, okay. But whatever reason, I don't know if you clout chasing on my name. Why'd you mention my name? Like, bro, respectfully, who are you?
Who are you? Besides 600's little homie. 600 started you. You cannot be nothing but a nobody. I had you on the black box, gave you opportunity to be honest about 600's character. So you can speak foul on all kinds of neighborhoods except 600. Yeah, you backwards. Who are you?
It's called, but I don't.
You letting a nigga like Hold On Honey queerdo ass from Pacoima, who the Pacoimas don't even respect, mark you out and question your identity in Los Angeles County after you've been kissing his ass. That's crazy.
You don't dictate or got no say so on what. Nah, homie. I don't know what you got going on, what they got going on. That's y'all business. You know what I'm saying? But respectfully, bro, don't go on the internet. I'm telling you, bro, I don't know you. I done seen 30 y'all tried. All I'm gonna do, this what's gonna happen. Somebody gonna call, start telling me your business, telling me this, telling me that, and I'm gonna use my voice, my reach, my platforms. I'm showing you some love because I could have went to Clubhouse, blasted it for about a couple hours, where it's 100 cats recording, it's everywhere.
We trying to highlight cuz titty folded over his belly and the no definition in his bicep. And they trying to show the comparison with Hold On 100. It's 30 years ago, and it's probably just a few years ago. Is he still more of a specimen than Jefe? I'm just imagining that's what they trying to compare and display.
But I can't. or what you talking about. And don't you ever in your life, bro, tell me I better know better, bro. Grown, bro. I'm a grown man, bro. You go talk to.
So as y'all can see, man, and Jefe spoke on Wack once before, and Wack sent him a text saying, "Don't speak on my name." As y'all can see, Wack also spoke on and Jefe for a long period of time, saying, "I'm going to expose you. If you ever speak on me, you a hypocrite, you this, you that, this, that, and the third." So I don't really think and Jefe wants any problems with Wack. So when people say and Jefe should respond to Wack, it probably won't happen. Or if Wack marks him out some kind of way, I don't really think Am is going to respond in a way where he attacks Wack, because he knows Wack is going to try and expose and Jefe. So I think that's the real reason why when a lot of people is saying and Jefe is scared of Wack, or Wack is and Jefe's boss, so this, that, and third, I feel like and Jefe don't really want to take it there with Wack, especially on social media. As y'all know, Wack 100 would try and pull out all kinds of paperwork. He would try and smut your name. So I think that's really what and Jefe is trying to avoid. Now, in the comments, a lot of people are saying and Jefe is scared of Wack. And Jefe don't want no issues with Wack. You know, and Jefe is a rat lover. All kinds of names they calling and Jefe out for getting marked out by Wack and not doing nothing or not saying nothing. So I get what people...
But I said he was wrong about 4-Leaf getting stabbed, which he was. And he did a million videos trying to attack my character. Hold on, honey. Then just call Monster KODY a smoker. He marking him out, and you just want some smoke. Say that. I love you at 600, and I want to be at no jumper so bad.
People was trying to say, but Wack already done warned and Jefe before, where Ann spoke on his name and said, "Don't ever speak on my name again." So it seems like Wack don't really like Ann Jefe, but he's just trying to find a reason for him to go all out on Ann, and Ann is trying to avoid that. But I feel like if Ann ever was to say something about Wack, Wack is really going to go all out on Ann Jefe, and that's the play that's going to happen, I believe. But let me know what y'all think in the comments.
See, he's so confused. So whooping and moving and all that. He don't even know when who his real op is. I said he was wrong about 4-Leaf getting stabbed. He was wrong. He went on a campaign against me. Hold no, honey. It's on your bumper, bro. Yeah, I just had to, it's a hot topic in the YouTube streets. So I just wanted to make it clear to everybody paying attention. I've been aware of what they said about Monster KODY for years. Would have never come to this platform and repeated it until Auntie Jefe took it upon himself to constantly, consistently, continuously speak ill upon my homies, and I could never, ever, ever have more respect, regard, or concern for Monster KODY. Although I do have some for the legacy. I've established that. Got lyrics to say. I got love for some gangsters. I got love for the gangsters, the KODYs to the Sodies, but my homies hustlers from the 100s to the 40s. Like, this ain't nothing new. This is just what it is. I respected the legacy of Monster KODY, of everything that we all as Crips respected before he went out. And I was not interested in sharing that. But like I say, got love for some gangsters, the KODYs to the Sodies, but my homies hustlers from the 100s to the 40s. And on that, I'm going to get up out of here. Much love. Neighborhood Bot. East.
SPR exclusive.
This is Jefe Banks Music.
BLACBOX Productions.
When you're sticking to the script, it's a lonely road. Before they left the hole and tanked the big homie told. He know the way this testimony hold. On that low foe, they gon' politic on him cold. SPI Bank EC for really though. Used to really go, ask my nigga Chili Mo. Had a cold gun game, crazy knuckle up. Bust on enemies with baby double up. Back and forth with the main streets on 98. Q9 cell, me and Lil Johnny Ray. Posted up on Coden with a big ratchet. Way before Lil Wayne threw on that snitch jacket. Walked the yard with Slim Bad, what up Big Drac? Gave them back they L, cuz you did that. Love my lokes, even if we don't interact. Lil Mont, Baby Psych, and Lil Black. EC. 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 EC.
SPI
EC.
exclusive.
97th Street, smack dead in the Middle East. Fuck the police for King Ron and Lil Reese. Tell the truth, SP3 never lack rhymes. Sometimes feel I might die behind my rap lines. We ain't in Malibu now, we in Maui. Baby Pie, EC, Bear, me and Wowie. Tico, Kiko, EC Red. Still can't believe Frankie and CC dead. Come to putting in work, did more than a little dirt. Airbrush shirt. Big Milk, Lil Merc, Lil Box, Baby Ant, both souls, all the coops. First Street to 24 when we call the troops. Lost a legend when we buried Bug. Coach love to the riders that carry cuz, never seen it coming. Was a little foul, still took heart though. My hat off to Lil Al, EC. 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 EC.
Baymax business.
EC. Big Spot and Lil Spotter both got an Ezel. Tiny Spotter got 19, rest in peace, Ezel. Shouts to the females representing EC. The brownies to the quotas, rest in peace, TT. Big Tommy son on the 7, that's Stay Pops. Me and mine never bow down to J-Box. And that's the coldest cripper nigga ever met. Coldest cripper ever heard about, better yet. 33rd Neverary, only time a nigga ran. On the land, go ask my nigga Ran. ECG unit, came up a little show. Got told on by that nigga Lil Show. Went on TV, the homies did BT Ugly. Got love for Infinite and Lil EC Buzzy. For death though, that mean to my dying day. EC, that's all I've been trying to say. EC. 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 EC.
BLACBOX production.
EC.